welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Corrine, and today I'm going to be doing a story time with you guys. As you can tell by the title, this story, I was so hurt. Like, I was hurt, okay? Like, let me just get started. Alright, so boom. So it all started back in 2014. In 2014, I was 16 years old, and this boy, I have known him for a while. Like, it was always be one of those, okay, I'm single but you're in a relationship, or I'm in a relationship and you're single. So it just never worked out. Like, it just never was good. We knew each other prior to that as well. Like, we known each other since 4th grade. So I knew this man. Like, well, I thought I knew this man. And yeah, so boom. So one day, like, I was just on Facebook and I must have scrolled past, and y'all know how it's like those suggestions. So I sent him a friend request because I seen him. I'm like, dang, I ain't heard from him in a minute. Like, how is he? You know, like, not even on no, like, I'm trying to get with you or, you know, anything like that. Okay, so yeah. So boom, sent him the friend request, and I did slide in his DMs because I'm like, I know this man, you know, I'm not really thinking nothing of it. I was just more some like, how have you been? So we're chopping it up, like a couple weeks go by, and mind you, we're like heavy talking. Like, it's not like a, oh, hey, how you doing? And then we just stop talking. No, like, we're heavy talking, we on the phone, like, we was just chopping it up, you know? So boom. So then he was like, oh, you want a link? If you don't know what link is, you're living underneath a rock. So link basically means, do you want to, like, let's hang out? So I'm like, yeah, like, what you trying to do? Mind you, we're 16, so one, boys aren't allowed at my house. And, you know, you got them boys where girls could come over, and he was one of them. Like, girls could come over there. But I didn't want to go up there, like, the first time linking up with him. So I'm like, all right, we can meet at the park that's like by both of our house, because lo and behold, he lived close, not close to me, but like if I wanted to walk there, I could walk there. If he wanted to walk like by my house, because not to my house, he could have did that. So we linked up, everything was bomb, it was magical, it was like love at first sight. So later on that night, he called, he was like, yo, why don't we just make this official? Like, we've been holding off for these years, like, let's just make it official. So I'm like, okay, period. Like, you're mine, I'm yours. This is what I expect. This is what I don't expect. You know, so I let him know what it was from the jump. Like, so, a couple months go by, like, everything is good. So I thought, okay? So I thought everything was good. We hanging out. I mean, I met his mom's, like, on more of an intimate level, because obviously I knew his mom from like 4th grade, her coming in, but like meeting her on some like, this is my boyfriend, you know, like it was a different level of meeting her. So at this point, I'm in with the fam. Like, I'm cool with your little sis. Your mom be cooking and inviting me over. Like, we're cool. So all of a sudden, one of our friends, oh, we're gonna call him Jacob. We're gonna call him Jacob. So me and Jacob, we're good. Period. We're good. Then one of our friends, quote unquote friends, from 4th grade, we're gonna call her Rebecca. So Rebecca, we had a friendship where we didn't have to talk for months, but when we did talk, it was always like a good catch up. So me and Rebecca, we talking, and she was just like, yeah, I'm pregnant, this and that. And I'm like, dang, you know, because at the time, we're 16. Like, we're 16. Like, now it's kind of not normal, you know, because, I mean, it happens, but, like, it's just like, dang, like, you're so young, you know. But I was still supportive because I'm like, period, like, you know. So we was just talking, and she was just like, okay, so pretty much I'm pregnant by Jake. I'm like, Jacob, Jake, Jacob. I'm still like, nah, it ain't so. So I'm like, okay. Then my mom, I had to hang up with her. Like I didn't get the chance to ask her at that second because my mom was like, let's go to the store. When your mama say let's go to the store, you going to the store because you trying to get something. Okay, period. So it was on my mind heavy because I'm just like, Jake, like I don't like the sound of that name. I just didn't like the sound of that name because Jacob went by Jake, okay? And obviously this isn't his real name, but he had a name where he can like go by a shorter version of his name. So I'm just like, Jake, something didn't sit right. So I called her, I'm like, I just gotta keep it real with you because something's not sitting right in my stomach. So when you said your baby daddy is Jake, are you talking about Jacob? And I said his last name. So I'm like, are you talking about Jacob's? And she was like, yeah. So I'm like, I date him. Like, we're together. Like, when did this, how far along are you? When did this happen? So she was like 6 months at the time. So I'm like, okay, we weren't dating. So that's cool. Like, so you ain't cheat on me. Okay, so that's cool. But it's like, this is somebody who was my friend. Although it's like, how would you know that? I'm thinking like, okay, he didn't know that. I'm still trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. So she was just like, girl, don't trust him. He's not nothing. Like, he be lying. He don't even want to claim his baby. And I'm just like, this is too much. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to talk to you later. So I hung up with her, and then she texted me like, I hope this doesn't ruin our friendship. It did. It did. Because to this day, I can't talk to you because I just feel weird. Like, we dealt with the same person. Although it was like, you didn't know and I didn't know. It was just, I don't like that. Like, I don't care. We dealt with the same person, and I'm not for that. So later on that night, he was ducking and dodging me the whole day. Like, I feel like he knew or something. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. So that night, he called me finally. He was just like, oh, I've been busy. I was in the studio. Boy, whatever. So I'm like, oh, let me chop it up with you real quick because I'm hearing some things about you. He was like, what are you hearing? So you got Rebecca pregnant? When I tell you, you can hear a pin drop. You can hear a rat pee, a mouse pee. Like, this man was silent. It was silent. So I'm like, hello? Like, can you hear me? He was like, bro, she keeps telling people that this ain't real. Who you gonna believe? You believe me or you believe her? Like, it's supposed to be us. And I'm like, you're going too hard right now. Like, if it's true, don't judge me, y'all, because I was 16, okay? If it's true, I'm fine with it because you didn't cheat on me. You feel me? Like, I was okay. Like, of course I felt some type of way because I'm like, dang, like, you got this girl pregnant. But then I'm like, you know what? I can't really feel no type of way because that was before me because how far along she is, So I'm like, it's whatever. But he was like, you just have to put your trust in me. You just got to believe me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Dumb, right? I know. I'm going to believe you. So I'm like, I believe you. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to talk to her because maybe she is being messy. Like, I don't know. So at that point, I believed him, but I still didn't trust him. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? I think it's time we get each other's passwords. So, boom. Mind you, back then, my inbox was jumping. But, like, I wouldn't even be writing people back. Like, my inbox was just jumping because, period. Like, no, let me stop. But, for real, my inbox was jumping. So, he would be so mad if someone wrote me. But I'm like, bro, I don't write none of these people back at all. None of them get written back. So, you shouldn't even be upset. But yeah, so I get his password, and like I started peeping messages would be deleted. Like I would get a notification like, oh, so and so inboxed him, like a girl, and I would try to click on it, and it would be gone. Like he was really playing me, but I'm like, maybe my mind is playing tricks on me. Like I was very naive. Okay, I was 16. Okay, I was naive. So fast forward a month. So this girl at my school, we gonna call her Trissica. Me and Trissica knew each other. Okay, we knew each other through a mutual friend. We've hung out through that mutual friend. Like, not that you owe me any loyalty, but if like, let me just, it's making me mad. I'm ready to fight. Nah, but okay, okay, no, because it's bringing up old feelings. So yeah, so me and Trissica was at a mutual friend's party, okay, like a little birthday dinner type thing. And we was all going around talking about the dudes we talked to, who we dating, typical teenage girl stuff. So I'm like, oh, I'm dating this boy, I'm dating Jacob's, and I like him or whatever, like I love him or whatever, like, I'm gassing him up. So she was talking about some dude that was in jail. So I'm like, ghetto. You're ghetto. No, for I'm like, you're kind of ghetto. So yeah, so then, like, my other friend, like, mind you, me and Triska, we went to the same school. So I had another friend. I can say her name because she's gonna be in videos. So me and my friend Mina was in a class with her, and like Mina would always stalk Jacob's profile. Like that's why I love my friends who do stuff like that. Like stalk their stuff. Let me know, because I'm the same way. Like if you say, oh, you're talking to him, let me do some background research without telling you, because if I find something I need to tell you, I'm gonna let you know. So that's how she was, and I was happy she did that because she saved me. Seriously. So yeah, so boom. So she would tag him in posts like, oh, we're gonna have our babies. We're like the cutest couple. Mind you, she got a dude in jail. I didn't get it, but whatever. So yeah, so boom, fast forward a little more. Like Nina came to me, she was like, bro, like, do you know if Trissica and Jacob talk? I'm like, why you say that? She was like, because look at this post she just tagged him in. And it was the post of like, we're so cute together. Like, soon as I seen that, I said, Jacob, what do you got going on? Like, why is she tagging you in posts? Like, what is going on? Man, that ain't nothing. Like, we ain't even talking like that. Like, we just be cool. She talks to my homie who's in jail. This and that. So why is she saying this then? Because if it ain't like that, then she shouldn't be talking like that. So, more to the story is we got into it. He hung up because he was salty, because he knew that I knew what was going on for real. So, boom. So then after that, I'm like, you know what? I don't even know why I'm tripping off this dude. Like, whatever. Mind you, I was still tripping because I'm like, no. Like, at this point, like, I really like you. Like, you was young. You liked it, your boyfriend. Like, you liked it then. Like, and we had grew a bond. So I'm like, dang, like, I really like you. Like, why are you doing this to me? Like, I really like you. Like, oh, you're so petty. So, yeah, so we get to school, like, the next day. And I'm like, Mina, when y'all in class, go through the messages. See what they talking about. Chop it up with her. Act like you cool with her. So, she did. And lo and behold, the man was cheating on me. I seen the messages for myself. I instantly text him like, we're done. I'm done with you. Like, we're over it. I'm over it. And he was just like, what are you talking about? You know me. Mind you, we're in school, y'all. So you know, like, when you get mad in school, you can't be as mad as you can be when you get home. I ain't care about none of that. I'm talking about I was in the hallway, like, luckily, it's crazy because now people are going to know that I was in the hallway doing this. But, like, at first, no one knew. But I would be in the hallway, like, by myself. I was crying, cussing this man out. I'm like, you got me messed up. You talking to Trisica. We go to school together. Like, and you know we go to school together. And I'm just like, you're bogus. Like, all you had to do is keep it real. Like, and mind you, I'm crying because I'm irritated. I'm hurt. I want to fight her because now every time she see me, she feel like she got one up on me. So I just feel like, girl, bye. You don't got one up on me because you don't even look cuter than me. Like, period. Like, I was very upset. Then I go home. Who's at the door? It's Jacob. So mind y'all, Jacob, he did come to my house once. My mom, she was the type, she wouldn't let boys in my room, but like, I was able to have him over. Once she was like, okay, this is somebody who you're talking to. Like, I would rather y'all be here and I know what you're doing than you being at his house. Even though we wasn't doing much. But that's besides the point. Like, so he came and he was like crying. I'm like, why are you crying? Like, I should be the one crying. Like, what are you crying for? So he was just, oh, I'm sorry. I don't care about your tears. At the time I did. I'm just talking stuff now because I can. But I'm like, in my head I was like, why are you crying? Like, I should be crying, bro. Like, you're breaking my heart. I'm not doing nothing to you. Any reaction that I'm giving you is based off of what you done did to me. Okay? So, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna forgive him. I'm like, I'm gonna forgive him. Like, it happens in relationships. You know, I'm thinking like, you know, for better or for worse, we're married. Like, that's how I was thinking. So I'm like, okay, let me give him another chance, the third chance, maybe like fourth or fifth. So, gave him another chance. Now, we're creeping up to the time where Rebecca is supposed to have the baby. So, Rebecca's still in the story, okay? Rebecca has the baby. The baby looks like him. Just like him. Now, I'm like, maybe she was mad at him during the pregnancy because that can happen. However, he never posted a picture of this baby. But I'm friends with her mama on Facebook too. This is how messy this story is. And lo and behold, she's posting pictures of the delivery room. Who in the corner of my eye do I see? Jacob. I'm at this point, I'm like, you're a liar. Like, that was my last straw. Because I'm like, bro, you lied about getting her pregnant when you knew you got her pregnant. You lied about texting these other girls. You done talked to a girl at my school, lying. It was just a mess. So at that moment, I'm like, I will never talk to you again. I wish nothing but bad on you. Like, that's how hurt I was. Like, I was very hurt. And he made me have real trust issues ever since then. I'm like, I don't trust nobody. I don't trust none of y'all. Because if he could do it, you could do it. 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 Your daddy could do it. You could do it. So, so I'm like, I don't trust nobody no more. Like, I was so hurt. Now, I'm going to fast forward like a year and a half. We finally linked up for the first time in obviously like a year and a half. So we linked up because back then I was a heavy weed smoker. Like, I ain't ashamed to say it. Like, I was a heavy weed smoker. So he was like, "You trying to smoke?" I'm, period. Let's do it. Let's do it. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm about to get every question answered that I wanted. So he came, we're smoking, and I'm like, you know what? I can't go on without asking you something. He was like, what? Did you cheat on me? Like, I want to hear it from your mouth. I know you did, but I really wanted to hear him say it. And he was like, no. Instantly got irritated because I'm like, you done blew my high at this moment. And stop lying. Like, you did. I know you did. Just, so I had to tell him, I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, we're not together. You don't owe me any loyalty, but the least you can do is respect me enough to tell me the truth. He was like, what do you want to know? I'm like, everything. Like, did I mean anything to you? Like, mind y'all, like I said, I was like 18 at this point. Yeah, I was like 18 at this point. So it was just like, that was a relationship that affected me because I've never been through nothing like that. So I'm like, yo, like, did you ever really love me like you said you did? Did you mean the things you said? Like, I needed that closure. I really needed that closure. And he just was like, not saying anything. And since then, I just don't talk to him. More to the story. So, like, even now, like, he'll still be in my DMs. Like, for sure, he's still in them DMs. Every day, he's still in them DMs because he knows. You done messed up. You won't even get a second chance. You ain't getting a second chance out of me. So, more to the story is, if he's talking to other girls, don't talk to him. If he's talking to somebody at your school, don't talk to him. If somebody's saying they pregnant by him, he got them pregnant, don't talk to him. Because these dudes be lying, and they will try to get you. Trust me. If he lying. Y'all, so that's the end of this story time. I hope that y'all liked it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because this story time, I want to do more because this one, I've been waiting to post this story time, like to talk about it because it has always been something I always wondered about. And like, I'm never going to get the closure, so I'm like, just do a story time about it. And that's what I'm doing. But yeah, so I hope that you guys liked it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want more story times, definitely give this video a thumbs up and comment below. And I'll see you guys in my next one.